focus of today is really to open up knowledge sharing between the four unions of England, Scotland and Wales and Ireland in regards to how we can keep more people playing the game for longer. Well, the main focus today is around the 16 to 19-year-olds, and it's very much around the transition they undertake from playing either school and youth rugby into the adult game. And all four unions which are present here today are all looking at the same issues. So rather than us working independently, let's get together, collective knowledge, share best practice and look at ways of actually all working together to keep more in the game.
Across sports, we're very, very good at getting young children up to age about 11 or 12 involved in sport and physical activity. The problems start after that. It's when they leave school, it's when they go from school to college, and it's when they start in the workforce. When those things happen, people change their routines, they change their travel patterns, they change their childcare arrangements. And what can happen is they can end up dropping out of a sport, not because of their attitude towards it or how much they like it, but because the way they're organising their lives changes. Rugby is very good at keeping people if they ever play as adults. Once they keep playing after leaving school, they tend to keep playing right through their 20s and keep playing the game. What we need to do is make sport and physical activity as convenient for people as possible, help them to fit it around their busy lives, and if we do that, we'll get higher participation rates because there's a lot of people out there who want to be more active.
You know, we look across the water at, at Ireland actually. You know, some of the successes Ireland have had in terms of the tag programme are fantastic. And if we could replicate that in some way, shape or form, that would be brilliant for the game. But, you know, further afield, you look at New Zealand and Australia where the touch game in particular is huge. You know, how can we capture that ethos and bring that into the UK? I think that's a big challenge for us. I think we've got to change a lot of mindsets and perceptions around the game.
Teenagers now are different to teenagers 10 years ago and indeed 20 years ago, and many of our clubs and indeed our institutions maybe are run by people who weren't teenagers not so long ago, a bit like me, and it's important that we understand the needs and wants of youngsters and how they communicate, how they interact with all sorts of things.